Meadows unmasks the two other FBI agents in Strzok texts, and it's none other than by us4trump.com. Tuesday, during a joint hearing before the House Oversight and Judiciary Committee, Justice Department Inspector General Michael Horowitz testified after his release of the IG report. This was the second day of the hearing. During the hearing, Freedom Caucus Chairman Mark Meadows exposed two of the previously unidentified anti-Trump pro-Hillary FBI investigators referred for investigation by Inspector General Michael Horowitz that were revealed in text messages. Horowitz said on Tuesday that the FBI is refusing to allow these agents to be named publicly. The unnamed FBI officials, Agent 1 and Agent 5, that were mentioned during the hearing in the text messages were involved in the FBI Clinton investigation and also engaged in a romantic relationship like Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. Meadows followed up on numerous rounds of questions, challenging the reasons why the Inspector General was forced to hide the names of FBI employees within his report. Meadows unmasked the FBI employee as Sally Moyer and Kevin Kleinsman, who work for Trish Anderson in the Office of General Counsel. Paul Sperry tweeted exactly what Meadows exposed after questioning Horowitz. This is what they were talking about. Trump supporters are all poor to middle class, uneducated, lazy POS that think that he will magically grant them jobs for doing nothing. They probably didn't watch the debates, aren't fully educated on his policies, and are stupidly wrapped up in his unmerited enthusiasm. Yeah. This is who we have working for us. These people have jobs, right? These people. Under Obama, right? So we should all be proud. I am numb. That's FBI Attorney 2. FBI employee, I can't stop crying. Then he answers, that makes me even more sad. Like, what happened? You promised me this wouldn't happen. You see this? I mean, just that alone, these statements shows how stupid they are. Acting like teenagers in a sense. Okay, that might have been a lie. I'm very upset. And he laughs. I am so stressed about what I could have done differently. Don't stress, none of that mattered. The FBI influence? I don't know, we broke the momentum. That is so. All the people who were initially voting for her would not and were not swayed by any decision the FBI put out. Unreal. Unreal. Trump supporters are all poor to middle class, uneducated, lazy POS that think he will magically grant them jobs for doing nothing. They probably didn't watch the debates and aren't fully educated on his policies and are stupidly wrapped up in his unmerited enthusiasm. This is Paul Sperry's tweet here. IG Horowitz just testified that one of the unidentified other pro-Clinton FBI investigators referred for discipline was one of the agents who interviewed Hillary Clinton on July 2nd, 2016, along with Strzok. But there was no political bias, mind you, because we're all idiots to think that there was political bias. How could there be? IG Horowitz confirmed that he is investigating allegations that FBI officials edited Agents 302 summary reports of interviews with witnesses and suspects in the 2016 through the 2017 investigations, including General Flynn. Now, we all know that with General Flynn, there wasn't any bias or a setup there. No, there couldn't have been. Representative Mark Meadows just ousted two of the unidentified anti-Trump, pro-Hillary FBI investigators referred for punishment by IG, and both work for the General Counsel of FBI, not in counterintelligence, as the FBI claimed as an excuse to withhold their names. So who was responsible for classifying them as working in counterintelligence so they couldn't unmask their names? Could it be Rod Rosenstein? No, I don't think so. House Judiciary member Representative Mark Meadows unmasked the ID of the anti-Trump pro-Hillary FBI investigators referred for punishment by IG. One is Sally Moyer, who allegedly was having a romantic relationship with a male FBI attorney, mirroring Page and Strzok. Paul Sperry there. And watch Mark Meadows and Horowitz.
And I would say, based on your report, I know who they are. And what I guess I'm concerned about is, that they don't work for the counterintelligence division.
Well, two of the agents do.
I'm talking about attorneys.
There's one lawyer who's in here. So there are 5 people total.
Right.
Page Strzok, 2 other agents.
But you had a dialogue between FBI Attorney 1 and 2.
Correct.
And those 2 attorneys, do they not work for Trish Anderson?
Those 2 attorneys work in the Office of General Counsel.
Yeah, and so would one of those attorneys be Sally Moyer?
I'm going to defer to what the FBI...
But they don't work in counterintelligence. I mean, if that's the reason the FBI is giving, they're giving you false information because they work for the General Counsel.
They were talking
Is the other one Kevin Kleinsmith?
They were talking about the other attorney there that we have their text messages in here that they were concerned about, along with the other 2. I'm not here to articulate the FBI's interest. We oversee the FBI.
We're going to get to the bottom of it, like Mr. Comer was talking about.
You see, even Horowitz is giving them the runaround. Horowitz knows that they're not working in counterintelligence. So watch here, Representative Meadows' additional Q&A oversight of the FBI and DOJ Act. The shadiness is being uncovered and the swamp is self-draining. I wouldn't say self-draining if they're not pushed down the drain, and unclogged with a lot of Drano and that, what do they call that whatever.
I thank the gentleman from Kentucky, Mr. Horowitz. I want to come back to something we talked about earlier, the disclosure of FBI Attorney 1 and FBI Attorney 2. And you said, I think I'm correct, that they did not want that divulged because they actually worked in counterintelligence. Is that correct?
That's what we were told by the FBI.
Okay, but you know who the people are.
Correct.
And I would say, based on your report, I know who they are. And what I guess I'm concerned about is, that they don't work for the counterintelligence division.
Oh, that's good. You know that they don't work for the counterintelligence division. So now Horowitz is put on the hot seat now, and he's not answering, huh? That's very interesting.
Well, 2 of the agents do.
I'm talking about...
Notice Mark Meadows is laughing right here. He's smiling. Watch Mark Meadows right here.
2 of the agents do.
I'm talking about attorneys.
There's one lawyer who's in here. So it's
so now he's giving him the runaround. You see how he's not... Oh my, Horowitz, you're going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble if you're under oath and testifying like that.
5 people total.
Right.
Page Strzok, 2 other agents.
But you had a dialogue between FBI Attorney 1 and 2.
Correct.
And those 2 attorneys, do they not work for Trish Anderson?
Those 2 attorneys work in the Office of General Counsel.
Yeah. And so would one of those attorneys be Sally Moyer?
I'm going to defer to what the...
But they don't work in counterintelligence. I mean, if that's the reason the FBI is giving, they're giving you false information because they work for the General Counsel.
They were talking
Is the other one Kevin Kleinsmith?
They were talking about the other attorney there, that we have their text messages in here, that they were concerned about, along with the other two. I'm not here to articulate the FBI's interest. We oversee the FBI.
We're going to get to the bottom of it, like Mr. Comer was talking about. And I think the other thing that I would ask you to look into, there is growing evidence that 302s were edited and changed. And it gets back to what Ms. Handel said in terms of those particular interview sessions. And those 302s, it is suggested that they were changed to either prosecute or not prosecute individuals. And that is very troubling. And I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
And if I could just mention, we have been getting those kind of referrals, and as often happens when we issue reports like this, we get other information coming to us, and we are intending to follow up on that. But I just want to reassure you and the committee.
Sure you do.
I'm here to let you know what we're being told by the FBI is their concerns. Obviously, Director Wray and the leadership of the FBI and ourselves, I'm certainly not looking to step aside, but on this, but it is their interest that they need to be articulated to the committee.
Yeah, so start questioning them, not me, huh? But I can't get over Mark Meadows right here when he asks him, and look at this.
Who they are. And wait. I know who they are. And what I guess I'm concerned about is, that they don't work for the counterintelligence division.
Well, two of the agents do.
You see, he's laughing at him. He better, Horowitz better be very careful, because he's going to be on the hot seat like really bad for covering, because he says you know who they are. And you know that they don't work for counterintelligence, yet you're giving us this song and a dance. So now who's covering up? Who's making you say all these things? And then Horowitz says, you'd have to ask, so to speak, the FBI there, Wray and everybody. But you know who the culprit is. It's Wray and Rosenstein. And now Jeff Sessions, all of a sudden, he's nowhere to be found. He's saying, he's not saying anything about this. Well, I don't know what to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching. This was a really good thing to watch. I love Mark Meadows' face.